Welcome to Learn English Fast.
Speak English with confidence.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Henry, and today we are going to talk about a sentence I hear almost every day. My English is not good. Maybe you have said this sentence before. Maybe you feel shy when you speak English. Maybe you think your grammar is not perfect, your vocabulary is small, or your accent is too strong. And because of this, you tell people, "Sorry, my English is not good." I understand this feeling very well. In fact, I used to feel the same way when I was learning another language. I remember speaking and making mistakes, and people smiling politely. But inside, I felt embarrassed. So I completely understand if you feel nervous or worried about your English. But here's the truth. Saying, "My English is not good," is not helping you. It doesn't make your English better, and it can actually stop you from improving. Today, we are going to talk about why you feel this way, what happens when you keep saying it, and most importantly, how you can change your thinking and improve your English faster. So if you have ever thought, "My English is not good," stay with me. This episode is for you. By the end of today's episode, I want you to feel more confident, more motivated, and ready to speak without fear. All right, let's begin. Before we can change this feeling, we need to understand why so many English learners say, "My English is not good." There are a few common reasons, and maybe you will recognize yourself in one of them. Reason number 1. Fear of making mistakes. Many learners are scared of saying the wrong word, using the wrong grammar, or not pronouncing something correctly. You worry that people will laugh, or that they won't understand you. So, before you even try, you say, "My English is not good," almost like a warning, to prepare them for mistakes. Reason number 2. Lack of practice. Some people only study English in a classroom or with books, but they don't use it in daily life. Without practice, you feel rusty, like your English is sleeping. When you try to speak, you forget words, and this makes you think, "See, my English is bad." Reason number 3. Comparing yourself to native speakers. This is a big one. When you listen to a native speaker, they speak quickly, use idioms, and sound confident. You think, "I can't speak like that. My English must be bad." But remember, you are comparing your English to someone who has been speaking it since birth. That's not fair to yourself. Reason number 4. Forgetting words when you need them. Even if you know a lot of vocabulary, sometimes in the middle of speaking, your brain goes blank. You can't remember the word you need. This happens to everyone, even native speakers. But for learners, it feels like a sign of weakness. If you recognized yourself in any of these reasons, I want you to know something important. These feelings are normal. Almost every language learner in the world has felt the same way at some point. The problem is not that you have these feelings. The problem is when you let them stop you from speaking. And that's what we'll talk about next. The problem with saying, "My English is not good," over and over again. Now, let's talk about why this sentence, "My English is not good," is more dangerous than it sounds. At first, it may seem like a small thing, just a way to be polite or honest. But the truth is, when you keep saying it, it starts to change the way you think about yourself. Problem number 1. It lowers your confidence. Every time you tell someone your English is not good, you are sending a message to your brain. I'm not good enough. Over time, your brain starts to believe this. And when you believe it, you speak less, you take fewer chances, and you avoid conversations. Problem number 2. It becomes a habit. The more you say it, the easier it becomes to repeat. You might say it before you speak, even when you don't need to. It becomes your safety blanket. But this blanket is actually holding you back. Problem number 3. It tells others not to expect much from you. When you say, "My English is not good," people might think, "Oh, this person can't talk much," and they will ask you fewer questions. That means you lose opportunities to practice, which is exactly what you need to improve. Problem number 4. It creates a negative loop. You say your English is bad, you feel nervous, you speak less, you improve slower, then you feel your English is even worse. It's like running in circles and never moving forward. I'm not saying you should pretend to be perfect. Of course, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how you learn. But you must be careful with the words you use about yourself. The way you talk about your English will shape how you feel and how fast you improve. In the next part, I'll show you how to change your mindset so you can stop saying, "My English is not good," and start saying something that pushes you forward instead of holding you back. So, how do we stop saying, "My English is not good," and start thinking in a way that actually helps us? It all begins with changing your mindset, the way you think about your English. Step 1. Replace negative sentences with positive ones. Instead of saying, "My English is not good," try saying, "My English is improving. I'm learning more every day. I can communicate, and I'm getting better." When you use these kinds of sentences, you tell your brain, "I'm making progress." And when you believe you're improving, you feel more confident to speak. Step 2. Focus on progress, not perfection. Many learners think, "I must speak perfect English before I can talk." But the truth is, perfect English doesn't exist. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes sometimes. So, your goal should be to communicate, not to be perfect. Step 3. Celebrate small wins. Did you understand a YouTube video without subtitles? That's a win. Did you speak to someone in English for 2 minutes? That's a win. These small successes are proof that your English is growing. Step 4. See mistakes as friends, not enemies. Every mistake you make is a lesson. If you use the wrong word and someone corrects you, you just learned something new. Mistakes are signs that you are trying, and trying is the only way to improve. Changing your mindset won't happen in one day. But if you start using positive language, focus on progress, celebrate small wins, and welcome mistakes, you will soon notice a big difference in how you feel and in how you speak. Next, we're going to talk about practical steps you can take every day to make your English stronger. Because mindset is important, but action is what will turn that confidence into real skill. Okay, now that we've talked about mindset, let's move to the most important part: what you can actually do every day to make your English better. I'm going to share simple, practical steps that don't need a lot of money, don't need a classroom, and you can start today. Step 1. Listen to English every day. Listening is the foundation of speaking. The more English you hear, The more your brain gets used to the sounds, the rhythm, and the way sentences are built. You don't have to listen for hours. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day makes a big difference. You can listen to English podcasts like this one, short YouTube videos, songs in English, audiobooks. The key is consistency. Every day is better than one big study day per week. Step 2. Speak a little every day. Don't wait until you feel ready. If you wait for perfect English, you will wait forever. Even if you only speak for 2 or 3 minutes, it's still practice. You can talk to a language partner, yourself, in the mirror, your phone's voice recorder. The goal is to get comfortable opening your mouth and using the words you know. Step 3. Learn phrases, not just single words. If you only learn words, you will spend a lot of time thinking about grammar. But if you learn ready-made phrases, you can speak more naturally and quickly. For example, instead of learning only the word hungry, learn the phrase, "I'm feeling hungry right now." This way, you can use it directly in conversation. Step 4. Try shadowing native speakers. Shadowing means listening to a short sentence and then repeating it immediately, copying the pronunciation, tone, and speed. It's like being an actor and playing a role in English. You can do this with TV shows, movies, or podcasts. It improves your pronunciation and helps you sound more natural. Step 5. Write a little every day. Writing helps you think in English and remember vocabulary. You don't need to write an essay, just a short paragraph about your day. For example, today I woke up at 7 a.m. I ate breakfast, and then I went to work. The more you write, the more you will notice which words or grammar you need to improve. Step 6. Practice with real people. It's great to study alone, but speaking with real people makes a big difference. If you don't have English-speaking friends, you can. Join online language exchange apps, join English clubs on social media, ask questions in English forums. The more you speak with different people, the faster your English will grow. Here's something important to remember. You don't have to do all of these steps at the same time. Choose 1 or 2 to start with. Make them part of your daily routine, and then add more over time. Slow and steady wins the race, but only if you keep going. In the next part, we'll talk about what to do when you feel stuck or lose motivation. Because every learner has days when they feel like they're not improving. Now, let's be honest. Learning English is not always exciting. Some days, you feel like you're making progress. Other days, you feel like you're moving backwards. You might think, why am I still making mistakes? I'm not improving at all. These moments are completely normal. Every learner, yes, even the best ones, feels stuck sometimes. So, how can you keep going when motivation is low? Tip 1. Remember your why. Why are you learning English? Is it for your job, travel, studies, or to make friends around the world? Write down your reason and look at it when you feel tired or discouraged. Your why is your fuel. It keeps you moving forward. Tip 2. Track your progress. It's easy to forget how far you've come. Maybe 6 months ago, you couldn't introduce yourself. Now you can have a short conversation. Write down what you can do now that you couldn't do before. Seeing your improvement will remind you that you are growing. Tip 3. Make learning fun. If studying only means textbooks, you will get bored. Mix it with things you enjoy. Watch movies, listen to music, play games, or follow English-speaking YouTubers who talk about topics you love. When learning is fun, it feels less like homework and more like a hobby. Tip 4. Compare yourself only to your past self. Don't compare your English to native speakers or to learners who are ahead of you. The only fair comparison is with who you were yesterday, last month, or last year. If you are better today than you were before, you are winning. Remember, feeling stuck does not mean you are failing. It's just a sign that you need to keep going, maybe change your method, and give yourself time. Progress is often slow, but it's always happening if you keep practicing. Next, we'll wrap things up with some final motivation and key takeaways so you can walk away from this episode feeling ready to speak with confidence. Before we finish, let's take a moment to remember what we talked about today. First, if you've been saying, "My English is not good," it's time to change that. That sentence may feel honest, but it's actually holding you back. Second, we learned that many people feel this way because of fear, lack of practice, comparing themselves to others, or forgetting words when speaking. But these feelings are normal, and they don't have to stop you. Third, changing your mindset is powerful. Replace negative self-talk with positive phrases like, "My English is improving," or "I'm learning more every day." Celebrate your small wins and see mistakes as part of the journey. Finally, take action every day. Listen, speak, learn phrases, shadow native speakers, write a little, and practice with real people. Even 10 minutes daily will move you forward. So here's my message to you. Your English doesn't have to be perfect to be useful. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. You are ready now. Every sentence you speak, every word you try, is a step toward fluency. Don't let the thought, "My English is not good," stop you. Instead, say, "I'm improving, I'm learning, and I'm proud of my progress," because you are. Thank you so much for joining me today on the English Learning Podcast. I hope this episode has helped you see your English in a more positive way and given you ideas to keep improving. Remember, your English is a work in progress, and every day you practice, you're moving forward. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, stay motivated, keep learning, and keep speaking English with confidence.